Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Garfield video. This is going to be a very laid back video compared to my other videos. We're just going to be looking at last week's Garfield comics. We're going to be doing this every week on the channel as long as I make Garfield content, which will be a very long time. Hey, Phoebe, don't be doing that. I heard that. Did you hear that? She tried clawing the door. Phoebe did that. My cat. Alright guys, first comic we're going to be looking at is on February 13th, which was the day before Valentine's Day, which was a Sunday. So let's go ahead and look at this comic. Of course, we've got the classic title card here. Garfield looks like he ate a bunch of chocolate. He looks like he ate it all. Is chocolate good for cats? Hold up, wait a minute. I just had a thought. Is chocolate bad for cats? Alright guys, we're starting today off with a little bit of a fact check here. According to Google, chocolate can be lethal for cats. Although most cats won't eat it on their own, they can be coaxed to eat it by owners and others who think they are giving the cat a treat. The toxic agent in chocolate is theobromine. Bromin, whatever. Eating chocolate can cause abnormal heart rhythm, tremors, seizures, and death. So, PSA, don't listen to Jim Davis. Do not give your cat chocolate. It's bad for them. Just listen to me. I know what I'm talking about because I looked it up on Google. And everything on Google is correct. In all seriousness, please don't give your cats chocolate. It is actually bad for them. It's not just Google, it's just true. Okay. Anyway, so first off, we've got Arlene. And I've never understood this about the Garfield comics. When the two cats are talking to each other, they still communicate through their thought bubbles, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because they are able to communicate. Arlene and Garfield are able to communicate with each other clearly through this comic. Like we can see here in this comic, they're clearly able to talk to each other. So I don't exactly understand how that works because it's their thoughts, you know, it's kind of the whole Garfield's thing. But anyway, it's just, Garfield isn't as good as when I was a kid. So let's just continue. So in the first panel, Arlene says, "Sigh, what a wonderful evening, Garfield."
Arlene, I have something to say.
Again, cats can't talk. Garfield has never been able to talk, except in the, of course, live, or not live action, in the, the ones with Frank Welker, of course. Garfield gets real. He can talk in those all he wants, right? Which those aren't technically canon to the Garfield lore, so we let those slide. But anyway,
I just want you to know how much you mean to me. I'll never lie to you, and I'll always be here for you. Here's a token of my affection.
And then he gives her a flower, which I think that's really good of Garfield to do. And then Arlene says, "How sweet!" And I just changed up Arlene's voice. Oops. "And chocolates?"
What about chocolates?
Again, guys. Okay, so cats can't eat chocolate. Just letting you know. "Did you bring chocolates?"
You didn't hear?
And then this is kind of the subversion here, is that we see that Garfield was clearly eating the chocolates, and then he says,
"The chocolate crop was wiped out by sugar weevils. Oh, the horror."
And Arlene looks really, really ticked off at Garfield. She's not happy that he clearly ate the chocolate and he's just lying to her. Something I kind of struggle with this comic is in the third panel, we clearly see Garfield's hand. It looks like his hand is completely clean, like he hasn't just been eating a bunch of chocolate. We can see his grubby fingers on, of course, the 7th panel. So I don't quite understand this. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But we'll just chalk this up to Garfield comics not being as good as they used to be. Jim Davis is kind of running out of ideas. We all know this at this point. It's pretty obvious when you look at just the history of Garfield, the rich history of the comic series, and how it's kind of fallen off a little bit. He's kind of just, you know, run out of ideas. All right, next comic is on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2022. We see Liz in the first panel. She has gotten a text on her phone. It pings. And then we see her looking at the phone, and there's a bunch of hearts, like a lot of hearts. Then in the third panel, we see John say, "Think that was enough?" And then we see Garfield say,
"You've gotta love love."
Garfield, oh my goodness, this cat. This funny cat, he's so funny. I love Garfield. That's a good comic right there. I'd give that a 20 out of 10. Best Garfield comic I've ever read. Jim Davis is back, y'all. Oh my goodness, this one's so good, guys. This is a great comic, guys. All right, so Garfield, first panel, Garfield says,
"I've reached my donut limit for the day."
And then in the second one, he looks at the donut, and get this, in the third one, he says,
"I will now eat the first donut of tomorrow."
That is literally one of the funniest things I've ever read, guys. Oh my goodness, Jim Davis is back, guys. Next comic, February 16th, 2022. All right, so in the first one, we've got this big dog. We've seen this big dog quite a bit in the Garfield comics. I remember seeing him a lot in a lot of comics. It's a big dog on a chain. Garfield walks up to him, and the dog says, he's purple, by the way. I don't know why he's purple. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, orange cat, I can get behind, but purple dog, not about that. The dog says, I'm barking with my mind. And then we see that he kind of opens his mouth. He's trying to bark with his mind, but it's not working. He's just like, kind of like, I guess is what we're supposed to interpret from this. And then Garfield looks at him and then starts walking away in the third panel and says, I'm leaving with my feet. I'm just really disappointed, Jim Davis, man. I think that you're great. You're very talented. I've loved the Garfield comics since I was a kid. I have a Garfield book behind me just to prove that. But this comic, it's just very obvious, you know? You gotta really switch things up a little bit. Do a little subversion here. I saw this coming from a mile away, man. Come on. I still believe in you, Jim Davis. You've got this. Man, Garfield was better when I was a kid. Alright, so February 17th, 2022. Garfield is laying down. Garfield says, should I exercise? And then the next panel we see basically his body is telling him, nope, no, not a chance, no way, no can do. And then in the last panel, Garfield says, always listen to your body. Okay, the thing is, I think Jim Davis has completely run out of ideas at this point. The Garfield comic strip it's so hard to like accept this. It's just, I really want to, it's just hard. You know, it's hard. It's like seeing your favorite thing in the world just kind of fall off, you know? But I still have faith in Jim Davis and Garfield because I know Garfield is amazing. So I know the comic can be great again. We just have to hope that Jim Davis kind of finds some new material, some new directions to take Garfield in. We still have one more comic, though. I am recording this on Friday, so I don't have Saturday's strip. We'll catch up next week on the Saturday strip. We'll look at that then. But all right, we're going to be looking at February 18th's comic strip, which is, again, Friday, which is today I'm recording it, but it'll upload tomorrow. We see in the first panel, Garfield's in his bed, and he's got his phone, which we know Garfield has had a phone for a long time. We've known this about Garfield. It's just kind of integral to his character at this point. And Garfield says, just setting a workout reminder. And then we see Garfield, he's really contemplating. You know, he's really thinking about this. And he says, 4. And then in the final panel, we see him tap his phone and say, never. Oh, that's funny. That's really fun. That's actually a really funny one. Oh, man. Okay, that was a good one to end off on. I'm really glad that was the ending for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Garfield comic recap. Be sure to subscribe down below, hit the like button, and comment what was your favorite this week? Which comic of these was your favorite this week? Just let me know. Really want to hear your opinion on this. And as always, guys, see you next time here on the Garfield channel. I was going to get up and leave, but I'm actually going to go read some more Garfield comics. Oh, man. I can't wait to read more Garfield comics. Oh, oh man, Garfield. Hi, Garfield. That's it. Oh, God.